Good evening, Twitch and YouTube. Today we're actually going to go to a game called Rogue Legacy. Rogue Legacy 2, actually. I actually never played the original Rogue Legacy. But if you look at the camera right now, or the screen, it does show that I have a continuing legacy, meaning I have done this game before. But because there was a brand new patch that just came out a little bit ago, we are actually going to select a new profile and we're going to just create a new legacy. Now, this is one of these games that you can actually use a controller on, and it's actually preferred to use a controller because a lot of the buttons are for dashing, jumping, double jump, stuff like that. So, the estuaries have decayed. The kingdom demands deliverance. Sign the contract, and your children shall succeed you. So, for those of you who don't know what Rogue Legacy 2 is, it's called a roguelite. Basically what that is as you run through the game, you get a very minimum amount of health. You can restore health in the game, but your main goal is to get as far as you can into the dungeon in order to get money. Now, what that money allows you to do is upgrade your castle, and the castle in turn allows you to buy different classes. So right now we're starting with the very first class. This is the first of our lineage. He's a knight, so we can jump, just a single jump. It kind of tells you right here at the beginning, left and right to move. Up here we have X, just your basic swing. Y, it's going to be our shield. It allows us to kind of deflect some damage. It's not going to prohibit all damage, but it'll deflect some. And then B is a fireball, but we don't have any mana for it. Now, if you look in the top left corner, there's our health, which is 200. Our resolve is actually 200%, and that actually affects the amount of health we get per run. And below it is our mana, which we have 0 out of 150. He's a knight. He's not meant to have a crap ton of mana. But these blue bottles right here, those are going to refill our mana. And there's also some chicken there, and that's going to refill our health. But the thing about chicken is it doesn't always show up when you need it. So you could have entire games where you get no chicken, and entire runs where you get chicken almost every other room, and you don't even need it. It's very random. And that's why it's called a roguelite, because no run is ever going to be the same. The dungeon kind of resets itself with all the rooms being in different places. So we're going to read this. We've managed to cross the waters undiscovered. A few guards patrolled the west walls, but we were able to remove them without raising a signal. At sundown, we'll start ascending the wall. Provisions should be waiting for us at the top. J. So we don't know who that is. So X to attack, kind of basic stuff, just kind of showing you what the game's about, how to do stuff. So as you can tell, level 2 soldier, we're only level 1, so he's not that far out of range, so we can actually hit him quite a bit of time. And as you can tell, we're collecting gold. And the more gold we collect every run, allows us to upgrade our castle further and further in between. Just give me 1 second, please. Allows us to upgrade our castle further and further in between. Just give me 1 second, please. Allows us to upgrade our castle further and further in between. Alright, sorry about that. This is the first time I've played this game. We're still trying to fine-tune a lot of the audio through OBS. So I'm trying to make sure that you can hear me, but also at the same time you can hear some of the music, in the background. It doesn't have to be overpowering, but I also don't want it to just be my voice talking. Let's see if I remember how to do this. All right. So these lamps allow you to kind of get up to harder to reach places. So you can kind of do it through the wall like that. Look at that. He's just got a smile on his face when he jumps. He's just happy. The diving bell cables we needed to pass the interior ramparts were waiting for us, just like Z promised. But our scouts underestimated how much we'd need. We're short a few hundred feet. Looks like we'll have to get creative with this one. Alright, see, we got more chicken and we've never even taken any damage yet. Now, as I was saying, a roguelike game is, especially with your very first character, this first character is not meant to survive very far. Or very long, I should say, very far. He's just meant to kind of get you a feel for the game, a feel for the classes, and how it works. So this character is definitely going to die, but we want to try to get as far as we can before that happens. So apparently, it wants us to take damage, and then we do an aerial recovery, and we're good to go. So, right now, because we're in the tutorial, we don't take any damage from it. So we're going to transport over here, all the way up, up, up. And we spin kick to gain height on enemies. Oh, just like that. So you can actually do enemies. We can just sit here and kill them. But it's just a mannequin, so we're not going to do any damage. Looks like I've underestimated Z and her charisma again. Below me, I can see the heads of all the misfits that have joined our ranks. When did so many rebels join? From here, it seems like an endless sea. This was supposed to be a suicide mission meant only for a few. She's unknowingly rallied these souls to a lost cause, and my mistakes keep growing. J. Oh, there we go. So you can do multiple dashes. It says you can only do it with one trigger and in the direction, but actually both left and right work. So you can actually dash backwards if you time it right. And a lot of stuff in here as you play the game is destructible. You'll just have to learn if it's worth destroying. Like sometimes if you're low on health and there's enemies and there's a lot of destructible stuff, is it worth trying to go through all those enemies, or even one, to try to break all those and risk getting chicken to keep your run going? That's one of those options that you have to weigh. So this takes us way around everywhere. Classic. So we're not going to mess with any settings. We're just going to keep transporting across the map. This is it, the end of the line. Below us is a trick door which can only be opened with magic. Z says it should lead us straight to the estuaries. So this is it. Tonight we live and die with the sins I've committed. J. So apparently we're following some guy who we have no idea who it is, but apparently we're all supposed to die. Everybody who's leading on this mission, including us, is going to die. So if you have to look really carefully, but there's these little cracks in the wall, and that'll be in the dungeon and all the different biomes. There's not just one big dungeon that looks like this with brick. There's an outdoor area, the new area, it looks like a subterranean level. One area is like a giant library. So that's part of the game, is getting to those new areas that have the bosses in it. But like I said before, just because you find it really quick on one run, doesn't mean you're actually going to find it that quickly on another run. You could die before you get there. Alright, so we blew that open. We're going to go this way. More chicken. We don't really need chicken, but we're going to just kick open this door. And we're going to head down into the beginning of Rogue Legacy 2. Alright. So now that it tells us our risk level, level 1 star. That's obviously the starting area where we want to be. These bad boys right here, they're teleporters. Because we haven't gone anywhere yet, we don't have anywhere to teleport to. So this is a little trick here. So as you can tell, gives you a little legend on the left. When an enemy, a beast. Beasts are like mini bosses. They give you upgraded items like sometimes blood or steel that you use for progressing your character's armor and weapons. The throne, that's a boss. That's one of those creatures that we need to defeat, and I'll show you on the portraits over here. And then chest, fairy chests usually are more about completing a certain task within a time limit, within not taking any damage. Those are kind of the harder ones. Portal, that's exactly what we are. That's what an arcane chamber. I think that's where like a hidden area is, like we just did up there. And an heirloom. Heirlooms are weapons or items you can get to either increase one area of your character, but at the risk of resolve, which our resolve is 200%, so it would lower that. As long as we don't go below 100% of resolve, our life won't change. So the more resolve you kind of have, the better off you are. You hear 1,000 whispers, but can't make out a voice. The throne room's doors are currently sealed. And so we have 6 estuaries, each replicated or each portrayed by a portrait here. And every time we kill one, their vine is going to decrease. The reason I know that is because, like I said earlier, I have played through this a little bit, but because I'm starting this stream, we're going to start all over. We're going to start from the beginning. So the trials and tribulations that I did before, you're going to get to see again. And I'm going to try to do stuff that I don't have anymore, like my double jumps and my dashes and all that stuff. So if you see me asking, what the hell, or, getting a little frustrated because I don't have those, it's because I forget that, hey, I started over. All right, so right now our goal is to get as much money as we can so we can upgrade our castle, so we can get to another class. Chests obviously contain money. Oh. The letter is old, but carefully preserved. It's from Z. J. The rumors are true. The golden gates are real, and I found them. The gates will only open when all the estuaries have gathered together. I know it sounds crazy, but I have a plan to save everyone. But I can't do it myself. I need your help and some people I can trust. And I just do. Hold on. So like I said, a lot of stuff in here is destructible, so we're just going to break everything we can. And so we got to time a lot of this. Like I said, that would really need my double jump there. All right. Since we can see the path, we're not exactly going to go too crazy. Got some gold here. All right. So if you look kind of closely, and because I know obviously what I'm doing at this particular biome, there's actually a secret right there that you really couldn't see before. Now I don't remember if I'm required to have a certain item, but we're going to do it anyway. Actually, you know what? We are. Scribbles, lines, and questions cover the page. Nothing intelligible. So we're actually going to go back, because going in here, actually, if I remember correctly, is useless. So we're not going to break those, because obviously we need those to get back. Okay, so here's a portal. And we could go right down here. I'm sorry, an heirloom. I'm wrong. An heirloom is something I'll show you just in a minute. So what these green candles signify is an heirloom room. And what an heirloom room does is it gives you a power-up that you keep for the rest of the game. And usually it's very beneficial. This one is, oh, who here hasn't stumbled into my abode? Hast. Sweet child, hast thou lost thine way? I am Anaki of the Shawl. I am an heirloom, an item of immeasurable power, and I can grant my power to those I deem worthy. Those who typically seek me are hardened, powerful warriors, but you, dear child, are soft and pudgy, very pudgy. Inside me lays the power of momentum. Conquer my challenge and my power is yours. But I warn you, child, the dangers are real and the consequences severe. So normally, heirlooms are really good because if you've been running for a while and you have damage, this will allow you to gain your HP and mana. But like they said, they're not completely just give me items. You actually have to earn them. Obviously, hopefully this... Now, because I was stupid and double jumped and did a thing, I just took 7 damage for no reason. So this is kind of going through how you do some of the, dash in the air and all that. Kind of picking your marks, dashing here. Transport us to another room. So obviously we can't jump. We can dash though. And it is kind of like a gauntlet, a small trial. And knives are probably one of the more annoying enemies because they do move very quickly. And if you don't kind of get their timing right, crap, crap, crap. And that can't shoot through walls, so we have to dash. Yeah, a lot of stuff is knowing the timing of certain characters and enemies. That'll allow you to, like right here, we know he's going to shoot, we know he's going to throw. So we'll take that damage, not that damage. Because now we have to... and jump over. Alright. See, as I stated before, there would be times when you get a lot of chicken and you don't need it. Well, right now I need that chicken, so maybe we'll get some. You dash in the direction you're moving. 2-button dash from the settings. So we don't really need to mess with the dash. Oh! Not too good, is it? And some of them would just require really quick reflexes. So you can kind of look down, cheat a little bit, kind of get an idea of where you're headed. And we made it. That's fantastic, meaning the power of momentum and let our souls bind together. Anaki's Shawl. I can now dash in the air. Insight resolved. So if we go here, we go to quests, no roads traveled. Insight was resolved. We completed it. Now we have our air dash. And as you go, you're going to, as we read those journals, we're going to gain new insights. Some of them are just about the lore and the story, and some of them are actually very useful. That one I was really not ready for, and that's pretty much all I've got in order to stop him. So we are at 46 health, so yes, we would love some chicken. Ooh, what did we get? A scholar's cape, a simple outfit worn by acolytes up in the study. So that's our first piece of clothing. And what clothing can do is amplify certain, characteristics on your next air, I guess you would say, as you go through a run. So if we look at the map here, all the areas that we have kind of show up, and the areas that we have to go have a little door, so it kind of leads us on a path. And on the next run, I'll actually show you. Oh boy, I did not time that well at all. So once again, if you look at the map now, so we started kind of right here. On the next map, if you kind of memorize it, I don't think we're going to be able to just go straight up. It's more than likely going to be different. Or actually, it will be different. So this will look totally different, meaning the enemies and the locations of stuff we'll have to refine all over. And like this is a huge find. We want to consume the nectar because we want this health. Now the other one increases your health, but at the decrease of your current health. Oh boy. So if you mess up on a timing or something like that, you can always exit the room. You do not have to stay in here. So like right now, I can kill that enemy, burn him, wait for Plunky over there to go, or Plunky's his name, hit this, grab the coinage, wait for him to move, dash over. Look at that, we cleared it. So we're going to go up. So this is one of those rooms that I was telling you about. Oh, chicken, great. It's a fairy chest. And what it does is we have to kill all the targets. If I can ever get over there. Right now I'm just kind of scouring the area and I'm looking for any type of meat. So that'll help increase our run. So destroy all targets and lose no health, meaning something's going to be probably bouncing around here and I can't take one single hit or I fail the entire room. Oh, yep. So all these little targets we got to go hit. And as you progress, there are actually certain classes that make challenges extremely easy. I think I'm going to get hit almost. I have really no way to get in there and out safely. Yeah. And as you can see, the chest melted. So I failed that room for right now. Grab some of this, grab our money. And I think that's one of the more fun aspects of this game is even though it's relatively simple and straightforward, because it changes all the time, because the enemies can be in different rooms and different iterations, it gives you something to kind of talk about and stress about a little bit. All right, what do we got here? Hephaestus Hammer. Gain a blessing of strength. Fabled weapon. A sacred weapon belonging to the Furies. Dash attacks are always skill crits. So what this is this guy right here is, I forget what he's called. I think he's called the Merchant. But he is just a placeholder right now. That's not his actual form in the game. The way this game is being released is in big patches so that players can give feedback. It's kind of like in an alpha beta phase. It's not official release, but it's getting very close. So some characters aren't finished, like cosmetics. His character is just cosmetic. So they're not really, I'm assuming, worrying about that. But as far as gameplay, that's more important. So that's where all their focus is going to be. Giving players something new to do and new to try out and give feedback to the creator so that they can fix it, tweak it a little bit, things of that nature. Boy, oh boy, look what we have here. Looks like another spirit's come to roost. You seeking my power too, right? Well, let me tell you something, kiddo. I see y'all beyond life, beyond ego, beyond time. I see the apex of emotion where truth is laid bare. You know what I see when I look at you? I see a scared little kiddo with snot coming out your nose and poop coming out your butt. Kiddo, you're ugly on the outside and on the inside. Huh? Interesting. How many people you got in there, kiddo? Because you ain't a normal soul, that's for sure. Well, I don't know what game you're playing, but I won't stop you from taking my challenge. Joining you looks like it could be fun. A word of advice, kiddo. I have the power of empathy. Use it well to pass the trials. Listen to those who have fallen before you. Learn from the failures of others, and maybe, just maybe, you'll have a chance. So obviously we're going to do that. We're going to regain all of our health and our mana. So we had an insight. We're going to go over to our quest. Prove your worth to Aesop and gain his power of empathy. So we're going to look down, because if we just drop down, we might die. So what he means by the power of empathy are these memories. Lost again. Every path I've taken has been wrong. All right, Demetrius, calm down. Remember the morals that your elders taught you. He who gives you two choices hides a third. So we're going to cheat here because both these drop to nothingness. Been down here for hours, not sure what to do. Obstacles are just hidden opportunities. What did the elders mean? Could I use these spinning chains to my advantage? I'm too scared to try it out. So, what you actually can do is just like enemies, obstacles like these, as long as you time them right, you can use them to spin kick. You can use it all the way up if you want to do. And now if you look up here, I didn't time that right, did I? Gave us some chicken. I remember on my first playthrough, that was actually really difficult for me to master because I actually didn't see the platform in the middle. I thought I had to skip jump the entire way up. And I was getting so frustrated because you need these empathies. There's a nightmare ahead. Elder said that these powerful nihilistic thoughts that have grown and festered. Violence begets violence. If I attack or cast a spell anywhere nearby, it will wake up and retaliate. Stay calm and they won't attack. So this red aura right here is a nightmare. We're in the nightmare area. So that little red light up there wants to attack us. It wants to kill us. But as long as we don't do anything violently, even take a swing, it won't attack us. So what we have to do, because it's watching us, we do that, we get out of the way. Now if you notice, it's very, very quick. But we dash, now we dash, get out of the way. Alright, so we don't want to get shot by two. So we are actually right here. 1, 2. So we have to dodge. There we go. One can accomplish with kindness what one cannot by force. If I can reach the nightmare ahead of me, perhaps I can calm it down. And that calms it down. It takes away the essence for just a little bit. It doesn't make it permanently go away, but it does just enough to make sure that we can pass through and attack, fight, do anything. Oh, what am I doing? Just do that. That's what I was trying to explain. Alright, see, now the problem with this is we don't really want to fight in that. So we're going to do it one at a time. Whoops. Jesus. Sorry, Lord. So if we can skip all the way down here, we can actually just cheat, kill those guys. Look at that. Easy peasy. Alright, now we can fight. Launch a bolt. Kind of want to be ahead of it. Alright. I don't know if that was the hardest part. I think it was, because I think this is the end of it. Right there. Haha, congrats, kiddo. You showed me you could listen. That'll take you far. Remember, people may lie, but emotions always show the truth. Alright. Oh, and one more thing, kiddo. Sometimes it pays to make emotional connections with your enemies. I know you'll be tussling with. You should know too. Or I know who you'll be tussling with. Now, enough chatter for today. Come, kiddo, receive my power of empathy and let's take this journey on the road. Alright, so now we can actually read those blue orbs and we can calm down those red orbs. And if you remember that one room where I said we needed a special power, well, this is that power. Oh, That's new. I have not seen this character yet. Another bearer of Aesop's tomb. A word of caution, traveler. Be careful what you learn. The truth can be misleading. Interesting. So we have another portal. So if you remember, yeah. So if you can kind of remember the map, as you get better, your memory kind of gets better of where certain things were. So remember, I said in this room, we needed an ability because we were missing it. Well, we just got that ability, so now we're going to go start reading. Scribbles, lines, questions. So, whoever was in here really didn't have much to say. In lore rooms, breaker bros will never drop items. I think that was one of those tricks, like, oh, there's so many breakables that there has to be something, and they're actually telling you, yeah, I won't drop anything, but for most players, it's, oh, okay, well, then that must mean something's breakable in here. We're going to read the memo. The ceremony of gates draws near, and I still have yet to act on this rebellion. If I invaded the village, I could crush them before it even started, but that would only be a temporary solution. Attacking now would reveal my hand. It would stop the war, but I will never discover which of the estuaries are working on their side. There's only one solution to this conundrum. I shall let the ceremony continue as planned. During the chaos, the traitor, either through his nervous nature or some other tell, will reveal himself to me. I'll know it when I see it. I have a secret set of guards, ready to double the security of the gates at the last possible moment. The peasants will be decimated on the bridge. As for the rebels that ambush us during the ceremony, I will take care of that. No tricks, no treachery. I will show the people the true difference between peasant and king. I will fight them on their turf and forever crush their morale. This is the only solution. Let them come, and I will defeat them single-handedly. So, we discovered a hidden secret, and now we do 15 damage versus him. Welcome, traveler. Not many people know of this spot. Not many should. And this is the Nameless Knight. I've never encountered him in the other playthroughs, so everyone deserves a place to be themselves, even an estuary. So he just kind of looks like he just kind of hangs out, you know, tells you a little bit about, you know, where we're at. Maybe it's important rooms. Alright, so now that we got all that, we got our treasure here. We just kind of whack stuff. And let's see where we head. We head, actually, we're going to head this way and go to the other heirloom, so we don't have to go through all that again. Oh, well, I don't know if there was something up there we wanted, but we sure as heck didn't get it. Alright. Money. A leather weapon. A beautiful piece of weapon leather. I don't know how he does it, but I keep losing Lamech's trail. There's no other choice. If we want to leave this island, we'll have to enter his throne room. Their doors are shielded shut with magic. Only his royal retinue can open them, but I have seen how they do it. There are 2 lamps beside the door. Both lamps must be quickly lit with a strike of the foot to open the doors. The fire goes out fast, so we'll have to be quick. And as you can see, this is kind of how you know there's a boss in the area, a lot of dead bodies, you know, or something special, some type of artwork. Oh, crap, I'm not ready for that. So like I said, you have to be quick. But if you look, there is, what's up there? There's an unopened chest in the room above us, so we obviously do want to go do that. And now that we kind of know what's up here, we can kind of go in a little bit more aggressive, but not too aggressive. Because I'm pretty sure one hit will kill us. Here's a lot of money. A lot. There we go. Got a time stuff. All right, food. And as with the heirloom rooms, bosses will also give us health when we start up. How many years has it been since we first came down here? 50 years? 100? 1,000? My patience has reached its end. These scholars, they jump from project to project like the bell of the ball. The bell of the ball. Just singing and dancing and never finishing anything they started. They've taken our gifts of life and have abused it. This lackadaisical nature of theirs must be brought to an end. They must be punished. Only through pain can we drive discovery. I've brought this up before, but the others never agree with me. They never do. I'll bring it up again at this next meeting, and this time it will be different. I can feel it. Everyone's patience has a limit, and something tells me that this 13th time will be the charm. Ooh, the study. So that's level 4. So we are clearly not ready for that. But that's going to be one of the next biomes we enter. And these breakable floors, we somehow missed that. I don't know how, but we did. Ooh. Let me guess, this leads outside. Axis Mundi. I honestly don't remember what's up here. Stairwells collapse. No way to get anyone up now. These wretched black roots were probably the cause. Must have wormed their way up into the cracks. Alright, so with that, we're actually going to stop that video right here. Thank you all for watching this. And give us a thumbs up or a like if you